Oh, no, he didn't.
Girl, yes, he did.
Welcome back. It is the podcast. Oh, no, girl, yes. Today is head covering and glasses day.
It's glasses day every week. It's glasses day every week. Sorry
Even more so than usual.
I couldn't take my twist down, y'all. I was, it's been a long weekend.
And we never know what's up. You know, it's a thing if I have on a ponytail and a wrap to cover the part you could see outside.
We don't know what's going on up underneath.
Don't worry about it. Mind your business, okay? But we happy to be here. Don't worry about it. I used to see people with a wig and a hat on. I said, her scalp going through something, but mind your business, okay? But welcome back to the podcast. Hopefully you have subscribed, liked, and that you are sharing. We'd love to get your comments on YouTube. This week, first let me tell you, I made a TikTok about this, but I had on my old No He Didn't shirt in the airport, and this man walked past me and said, yes, I did. And I said, we in season 4, sir. We know. Y'all will consistently did. If you ain't gonna do nothing else, you gonna did. So we're going to play this clip, Taraji P Henson. I'm not even sure when this is a new clip or not, but it's a clip of her talking to Steve Harvey on his show about some of the challenges she's had in being a successful woman. So check out this clip.
This finger here, this finger's naked. No one gets claimed. You don't get claimed. You don't get claimed until you claim me. Period. I can't do that. So
that's smart.
If you're not serious, don't even open your mouth. Shake my hand and keep it moving. Because I'm looking for, I've accomplished so much in my life, and right now, I just want someone to share it with.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the clip I don't think is like awe-inspiring or mind-boggling. It was the comments in reaction to her statement is what threw me. And so the comments are from a lot of men saying, see, that's what you get. Oh, I thought you was an independent woman. Now you hurt because you ain't got no man. That's why you 50 and still single. That's why you gonna die along with your cat. What is it about a woman being successful, putting her energy and focus into being successful, and then being vocal about, I would love to have somebody to share my success with? Why do women then get indicted for this feeling?
We should have had a man on here.
Oh, no. Okay, so men, we know we have men listeners. Please comment on this. So what we tend to find is, it's the same thing if you buy a house or you've been doing your thing. That was not because we did not want a man to be in our life. And I think that's what we need to communicate.
Yeah, I've actually heard men and women advise younger women. Well, you're not creating a space for a man if you're going to go out there and buy your own house, or you're going to go, but why not? Why not
be living
while I'm waiting?
Right, where am I be living while I'm? I've created a space.
Yeah, actually,
I'd be able to come in and enjoy and spend time and love me.
So yeah, that is such an antiquated thing. I hate
it. A very antiquated way of thinking, and it's very attached to the olden days, back when you had arranged marriages and the family paid a dowry for you to take this burden of a woman off their hands because she ain't gonna be able to work or add no value to your life.
Hurry up when she get too old. God forbid she turn 19 and she's
an old age. She just has no purpose in the world. And so now you have, and we've talked about this in a lot of different ways, a lot of different contexts. But what's so crazy is so many, and when I say young men, I mean, they not 100. They ain't 400 years old saying this. Right. So it really should be another way of thinking now, is that when you see a successful woman, it's not because she did not want to be in a happy, healthy, loving relationship. And for some reason, men they're like mutually exclusive concepts that because you're a successful career woman, that's why you ain't got no man. Or when you say, I have this wonderful career, I have this beautiful home, I have this beautiful life I've curated for myself, I would love someone to spend it with. Why'd you go do that then? Oh no, let your career keep you warm. And it's like, but why do you think it's not that I chose it. I just chose to live my life with what was available to me, right? And sometimes a great job is more available than a great man. And so you take opportunities that are available to you at different times in your life. And I think for a lot of women, myself included, anything I did was never instead of having a man or because I didn't have a man. Right. Now, in hindsight, some things may have happened because I was single, but it wasn't my point. Right. It wasn't my motivation. It was, I want to live here. Oh, I want to buy that house. Oh, I want to get that car. It wasn't, well, since I ain't got no man, I guess I'll get a car.
Yeah.
It was, I need something to drive. This is the one I want.
I always had a desire. I love to travel. Always. That was always something we did it when I was little, and I always thought I could see myself. That was like an ideal relationship for me, where I can pick up and just me and my man go fly to France or whatever. I don't know. And I actually did have a thought one time, like, oh, I can't wait until this. And then I thought, girl, you be waiting for
you ain't gonna go nowhere. If you
so it wasn't like, oh, I don't have a man, let me go see the world. It was like, let me go see the world.
Period.
Before the world leaves me. Like, or I'll leave the
It didn't have nothing to do. But that's a great example. If you grew up knowing that you love to travel and your family travel and you are conditioned to get up and go, and you and your mom, y'all still get up and just go all the time. Mm-hmm. You tried to date someone that wasn't their point of reference.
Right.
And that wasn't an immediate deal breaker.
No. It wasn't. No, I'm not like that.
But should it have been?
No, I don't think that specific thing should have been a deal breaker. The deal breaker should have just been the lifestyle in general, just the vast difference in our lifestyles. It really didn't have anything to do with travel. It was just, he was very much a homebody and I was very much not. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I don't think that specific thing, because I've seen people grow into learning to love to travel. If you've never done it before, then you don't know if you like it or not. Mm-hmm. I don't think he was ever, willing to just be
right. Open. But that's what I'm saying. Since you knew that about yourself as a young person, when you met someone that wasn't their point of reference, is the thought, oh, well, that's okay. He'll learn to love it because he's just never done it.
But that wasn't gonna happen.
I feel like you pulling from other places. I'm saying all the time. So I remember one time I went on a trip with a guy, and he had previously been married for 7 years. And while we were on the flight, getting ready to go out of the country on vacation together, I was excited because it was my first time leaving the country with a man. And I said, "Oh, this is my first vacation with a boo on a flight." And he said, "Me too." And I remember being in shock that you were married for 7 years. Y'all didn't ever go nowhere. And so I'm not naturally as much of a traveler as you are. I travel out of necessity. Like if I have packed a bag, somebody must be paying me to do it. Okay. And I want to be less that way. So I do love to travel. I do love to experience and see new things. I'm usually just going to have to be paid to do it. But it was still shocking to me to be with someone who had a partner in life to do life with that didn't even have a passport, so I told my mom that, and she was like, but that's your point of reference. Everyone doesn't have their passport.
It's true.
Everyone doesn't get up and go. Everyone doesn't travel. That don't make them bad, wrong, or anything. But I think in my mind, even though I wasn't attached to traveling with a partner, I had an idea but if I had a partner, we would be traveling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That will be the thing.
We would need to go do something. We ain't gonna just be sitting up in here looking at each other. We're gonna have to go do something, right? I was asking you that earlier today, like, now what would I be needing in a relationship? Somebody to go eat with and then kiss on? Like, what is it that I need? I would like to know before I involve anyone else again.
And tell her what she needs in a relationship.
What is it that I need in a relationship? Because men tend to not offer, and when I say men, of course I mean some. I just mean all the ones I've ever met. Right. They don't tend to offer comfort. They don't tend to offer communication. They don't tend to offer support. They don't tend to offer commitment. They don't tend to offer vulnerability. They don't tend to offer loyalty. They don't tend to offer growing together, And so I'm like, so what is it that I would be looking for that a man would show up and say, I can offer you this outside of we gonna eat something and we gonna kiss?
No. Well, the men you reference on these social media sites, to me, I don't know these men, but if I had to guess, they have zero to offer anybody anywhere.
That's just a light guess, y'all. This is not an assumption. It's a guess. It's a guess. There's a difference between an assumption and a guess. She's making a guess, not an assumption. Because, boy, I don't know if y'all go to our Instagram page. Y'all can see the men being there trying to lighten us up. We are bitter bitches.
Yes.
Being lit up on the internet by strange men. But this is the thing. I think men then will meet a woman, and a woman will want to pursue a relationship with said man. And I think this is regardless of age. Okay. And the man will tell her, I have got to do XYZ before I can think about being in a relationship. He will articulate this. He will tell you, I don't have my business where it needs to be. I want to make sure I have this together before I start a family. And they will tell you, I am putting you on the back burner.
Right.
If ever, while I pursue this thing that's important to me. Mm-hmm. And women don't tend to get to articulate that to a man. We just have to live our lives and we accomplish things. And then we say, hey, I really didn't want to do this by myself. So like, but now that I've done it, like when is somebody going to join me? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then men here, at least the men.
Go ahead.
That's what you wanted, but then you got what you want. You independent. You want to be the man.
But you told me to hold up, and what am I supposed to do? Just
you told me to hold up while you was getting it. So I went and got it.
I posted, and I think I got it from you. Got that quote from you about what I posted it on our Instagram page. It said, "Men have been telling us for years that we need to choose better men, or choose better. Just choose better.
Y'all need. Men have been telling us that. Take accountability.
Yeah, like when we talk about our woes and our dating problems and stuff like that. Hey, you not choosing the right man. Okay, cool. Right man don't come along, so I choose myself because I'm better, and I choose to make myself better.
Then the choice is available to me, right?
Yeah, and now it's a problem.
It's a problem. That's why you single. You know, literally. Like, I do my little fun TikToks about guys I've dated, and so when a man say that's why you single, I'm like, that was actually the point of the video.
Yeah,
that's why I'm single. Not due to any fault of my own. And again, we both know, and we've discussed on several editions of the podcast, several episodes, our shortcomings in relationships.
Let's talk about them this morning.
We just talked about them with each other this morning. You know what? I struggle with this. I don't think I'm a good thing for this if a man needed that. And and we also talk about, but is it something you want to be good at? Right. We have these real conversations. And I don't know if men are having these conversations with their friends of, do you want to be loyal to a woman? Do you want to be committed to one woman? Do you want to build with a woman? We have those conversations. And I think in general, women talk about men more than men talk about women in that way. As far as what is it that we desire? What is it we're praying we're ready for? What is it that we're praying is available to us, right? And I think so many times when a woman is successful and then articulates that she also would like to be in a healthy, happy relationship, keep in mind, Taraji is a great example. She used to date Lamar Odom. I mean, I ain't got to say nothing else. Mm-hmm. Okay. And he left her for Khloe Kardashian. Right. And she continued to then dog out Khloe Kardashian. And so she didn't been with a man and several men that we don't know. She got a child. So she didn't been with men. But the question is, when can I get the man that I feel I deserve? Mm-hmm. And it's not because I put my career first. It's not because I put my house first or my car first or my bank account first. It's just because these are things that I can pour into and I'm getting a return on my investment. Mm-hmm. And when I've tried to pour into this dude, I didn't get that return on investment. And let's say how many women have kept pouring into men that they weren't getting no ROI on. And then that's when, well, why'd you pick him? Somebody made a comment. I made a video about dating this broke dude and how that's the one that cussed me out about Doritos at a football game. And then somebody said, why would you even date a broke man? And if you wouldn't marry me, okay, because him being broke wasn't the worst thing about him.
Right.
That wasn't even the biggest issue.
Man, y'all only think about money. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Because that society is telling you that's really all you have to offer.
Like when a woman don't have it to offer. When a woman opens her mouth, all you think is it's a financial thing. When we talked about married men benefiting from relationships more than women, you automatically went to finances, and we never mentioned money at all in that conversation. Like that was not it. And so, like, I know y'all can't, but stop thinking about money.
And that's weird, because to me, I think the obvious correlation in the same voice that you're saying, when you buying your house and you're not making a space for a man, or you got your money, but you ain't got no man, you should know that I'm not looking for a man for money.
Yeah.
You should see that, okay,
but they do see that.
I'm motivated with this.
They see that, Eunice, and then their attraction fails. I mean, it all goes away because of that. Like, I'm not attracted to you anymore.
Right. Because they say, because you don't need me. I actually was reading this thing where this man said women need to stop saying that they don't need a man, they want him. Because a man is programmed to need to be needed. Mm-hmm. So when you tell him you don't need him, but want him, he already feels like,
well, that ain't for me. Yeah.
And I know we done told plenty of men that. Now, but my question is, well, would I not say that, or would I not? I mean, there's no reason to necessarily articulate that. I don't think you just need to go around and tell a man, I don't need you. But I think they perceive by your lifestyle, by the way you move in the world, that you don't need them. And so I'm saying, you know, but that would be the same difference as me not hunting up a sugar daddy. You know, me not hunting up anybody that I don't need. I don't have girlfriends in my life that don't pour into me or add value to my life. I don't just need a bunch of friends, you know, that's not adding value. But when we look for a man and we state that we would like for him to add value, yes, they go to, oh, well, you could pay for the dinners. I've been paying for all of them, 30 plus years. Then pay for every dinner. Well, you can pay the bill, all of them. I've been a big girl. I've been paying all the bills. So what's what could be your contribution to me? I need good conversation. I need companionship. I need vulnerability, and I need those things, right? And I would want them. I need those things. And so in that video, when I was talking about the broke guy, I was like, well, why is it that the ones that without gold are always afraid of a gold digger? You are literally safe.
Yeah. They just want us for our money. Y'all go look in them comments about us talking about that.
About how we want a man for their money.
And go to that page and tell me what money they got to offer. I'm sorry, I'm being real ugly right now, but
it's just no money. Let me say, I'm gonna say this. Because men are bigger gold diggers than women. And men are bigger gold diggers with other men. And I'm gonna give a personal example.
Okay.
I dated a guy in college who went to the NBA. Me and this guy didn't work out. And that's just what it was. I remember my brothers telling me I needed to figure out how to make it work. Why? Because he was in the NBA.
And they were gonna go.
And you will see men tell women, well, he an athlete, whatever, that's all right. You still need to just suffer through it. Or because he got a good job, okay, he cheated on you. Whatever, you living in a big house. Men are bigger gold diggers when it comes to other men. But if a woman got with a man who didn't have nothing, she's stupid for dating a broke dude. If a woman got with a man with money, she a gold digger. I mean, so it's like,
it's a lose-lose situation.
Y'all put more of the emphasis on this financial thing than any woman. Every woman in the world can tell you about a broke man she tried to be with.
Yeah.
We look back and say, girl, remind me, don't never date no broke man again, because that wasn't even worth it. But it wasn't because he was broke.
The money isn't the motivation. And I don't know, we're not a rare breed. There's lots of women that feel the same way. There may be some women out there and men that only look for financial gain or whatever, but I think the majority of us want just genuine companionship. So when you ask somebody why would you break somebody or date somebody who makes less money than you or doesn't make a lot of money? I mean, I think that's more an indictment of who you are as a person.
Exactly.
Like, because I don't care.
And back to the Taraji clip, you know, she's in places and rooms that I'm sure she would like to not have to go by herself, would like to have a date. But guess what? Don't show your ass when we get there. Don't make me have a bad time. You know, I've talked about it before. Like I am literally in a place where even if I had a dude, I probably wouldn't ask him to go nowhere with me because I don't want it to be no bad time. Well, that means that don't need to be my dude. You know what I'm saying? And so it's this thing that I think a lot of times the broke men are just broken. I think the way this country is set up in this patriarchal capitalistic society, if you broke, you are not deemed worthy. And so that's information you've been taken from the world. That because you broke, you have no value. And it's women out here saying your value would be if you were nice to me, if you were loving, if you were compassionate, if you were empathetic, if you were my friend, if we built something together. Yeah. And all men will repeat back to you is, well, y'all just want somebody with money. Y'all just want somebody to pay the bills. And I'm like, okay, never mind. So I took great offense, not to what Taraji said, because I get it. And I've even said now with me being in retirement from dating, of course, people want to challenge that. Oh, you gonna date again? Oh, I'm like, I would never date a stranger again. No, I would never meet somebody and then hope that we are on the same page about life together. It would be, I would meet somebody that I would say, oh, we need to become friends. And then maybe one day I would date my friend. But I have said I have no interest in it because I have so many other things I want to accomplish and I want to do. But that's at 47. And I can see that I haven't ever gotten the return on investment of my time, of my energy, of my sanity in these situations, in these spaces, versus when I put that time and energy and focus. And I'm not someone that's really good at doing both wholeheartedly. But I also know that if I start getting some things happening that I want to happen, I'm going to want to go celebrate with a little boo thing. If I start getting some stuff moving and wild, I'm going to want to go on that little trip with that little boo thing. I know that. I'm not there, so I don't have no interest. What is a man going to do for me? I have no interest. You can't do that for me right now because I'm trying to get this developed. I'm trying to get this produced. I'm trying to get this written. So you can't do nothing for me based on what I want to do.
Yeah.
And maybe one day I will meet a man. I thought I had met a man last year, I remember, that I thought could help me in that space of making me be a more serious writer, making me use my time more intently on what it is I say I want to do. And basically, he just kept me gaslit and confused. And so all of that was like still not productive. It's not time I'll get back. And I just think that men need to stop hearing successful women or women who have goals. What you are hearing is that we don't need you or don't want you. And none of us have said that. But you're hearing that, and that's what you're reacting to, and that is not the truth. We would love to have you along, but we want to be able. Do you know how many women that are successful would love to be somewhere supporting her boo at his great thing?
Yeah.
Because that's inspiring you. That's my man. Oh, look, we got to go, and then we're going to do this. And then, how did it go? How's your presentation? Oh, did they tell me? We want to go and rock for you, and we want you to go and rock for us.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
It's not a competition.
That's it.
It is not a competition. I think men see us as competition. And I don't know how much of that is society, how much is it the workplace, the hierarchy, how many educated. It's all those things. I had a conversation recently with a family member, and they were saying something, and then I said something back, basically to match to what they said, and his response was, "It's not a competition." Well, that wasn't even a thought in my mind that it would have been. It was just, I was offering information in the same vein that you were offering information. And his response was, "It's not a competition." And I think men are just wired to think it's a competition. Yeah. So if you say I had a bad day, well, man, that wasn't nothing because it literally is not, we ain't competing against y'all. We don't want to be you. We would like to be with you. And you can call it want, need, whatever, but not at all cost.
Right.
And I think that's the difference. You're finding out women are not willing to do it at all costs. I think that was a generational thing that women did want or were told they had to be with a man at all costs. Well, yeah, he do this and this, but he's a good man. Not to bring up Tyler Perry. But if you watch Tyler Perry films, you would swear you cannot have a nice house and not also have to accept being beaten. And your mama gonna tell you got a nice house, so hush. Take that whooping because he bought me a coat. That's all I'm saying. Okay. If you watch What's Love Got to Do with It, that's how he got Tina Mama. Anyway, the point is that might have used to been the way. Is yes, we the family know you suffering, but hey.
It was the way.
And we just saying, no, that's all right. I'd rather not have no bad time to do that. I actually can figure out how to buy a house myself and didn't have to get beat yet.
Correct.
I would like for somebody to come over and cook sometime and kiss me.
Every once in a while.
Not every day. When I feel like it. Diane Carroll, one of her later interviews was saying she used to always be married. And it wasn't until she got older in her 70s that she could appreciate her own company. And she said, and now if I want some company, I can call and say, hey, would you like to have dinner? She said, if I wanted to travel for the weekend and I wanted companionship, I could say, hey, can you get away this weekend? But she said, but also I'm not attached to if they say no. I'm not devastated. Well, let me know when you can. I mean, it is not that deep. I can be by myself and it's okay. Totally unrelated, but related. When men offer women this idea of you gonna die alone, that's not the bad time that y'all think it is. I just want to say that. We always we behind ourselves most time. I read this thing about men and divorce. Most women file for divorce just to not be married to this person. Most men file for divorce because they found someone else they want to be with. Most men will not sign up for a divorce if they ain't already found another one. They will not divorce to be by themselves. Right. They will not get divorced to be by themselves. A woman will get divorced.
They benefit from having a companion.
Because they got to make sure the next one lined up. And that's also research-based information that a man is not filing for a divorce. He is not trying to be by himself again. He is still benefiting, whether he's respectful or love or want to be with this woman, he's still benefiting from having her be a part of the household. He's not going to jump up and say, I'm leaving this household unless he has secured somebody else who's going to build the next household for him.
Right.
A woman just be like, I ain't gonna do this no more. And 54% of women who have been married before and are divorced have said they would never remarry. So over half of the women that did it said, I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah.
I think I'm good on that. And there's a reason why. But it's not because we didn't want you and love you. It's just not like that. Not that much. What do y'all think? Let us know what you think in the comments.
Oh, man.
A woman's success and a relationship should not be mutually exclusive concepts for men. When you see a successful woman, don't assume she don't want a man.
Yeah.
Don't assume she do want a man.
Don't assume nothing.
Don't assume nothing. All of us are different. And when we say we want one, let us want one then. You ain't got to tell us about how we didn't want one last year. Because we didn't. Now I do. That's how that works.
I can change my mind.
I can change your mind. I don't want one now. But guess what? One day I believe when I got some other stuff set up, I'm going to say, now who I'm about to kiss now? It's coming. It ain't this year. But it's coming. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, I thought you retired. Literally did. Mind your business. All right. Leave a comment. YouTube is a great way to do that. Make sure you follow and like us on all social media and tell a friend. But we appreciate y'all being here. And until next time. Oh, no, he didn't.
Girl, yes, he did.